Hello and welcome to Nintendo Pals Podcast episode 134. Tonight is your waist size above 40 inches? Then you might be disappointed by Nintendo Land opening in California and in Florida. But if you work for Nintendo, you might be happy with some pay raises that have gone around. Plus, we're going to be talking about a train wreck of a launch for Alan Wake and the sneaky takeover by Saudi Arabia for the shareholding at Nintendo. We're talking all of that and more. Well, greetings, fellow Nintendo pals. My name is Andross, and I am one of the hosts of the Nintendo Pals Podcast, the show all about Nintendo and friendship. And speaking of friendship, I am joined by my best pal. It's Micah.
Yep.
And we have Mugglesmoo, our fantastic stream manager here in the chat. Says, wow, no dancing at all. Why so serious? It's because we were finishing the notes during the introduction sequence. So wasn't paying attention to the music, was paying attention to the notes. We got to deliver on the news because, Mike, I didn't even mention at the head that we're going to be talking about some Tears of the Kingdom leaks. Actually, we're not, because we didn't look at them because we don't want to be spoiled, but we're going to talk about that they exist and some other juicy rumors. But first, Micah, I got to ask, how the heck are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting ready to move. Like, after we record this episode, you're packing up this computer.
Yep. I'll be driving out in a couple days.
A couple days. Well, I have a random question to ask you. What fictional place would you most like to go to?
It's a good question.
I feel like a go-to answer in the Nintendo community is always like Pokemon, the world of Pokemon.
Oh, yeah. But Pokemon are bonkers dangerous.
I mean, they are, but they're not.
According to their Pokédex entries, if Pokemon were real, the world would be destroyed completely in like 17 minutes.
Yeah, except they're not. Like, in the world of Pokemon, they're pretty mild. I wouldn't want to go to Hisui, where Pokemon
It's
can
like
kill
the
you.
same thing.
they can actually kill you.
A slightly more realistic showing of the world of Pokemon. But I was mostly thinking essentially just an alternate reality where everything is exactly the same, but I have oodles of cash.
You'd want to go to Shadesmar, Mugglemoo? What? That seems
That's
very
a terrible
dangerous.
idea.
Very dangerous. Shadesmar, for those that don't know, is Brandon Sanderson. Like, it's a plane of existence. Like,
Yeah, one of the three.
Yeah, it's complicated.
The
It sounds like a
cognitive
pretty
realm or
cool
something.
place. Yeah, it sounds like a pretty cool place. I mean, yeah, that's true. It is
there
weird.
isn't really food there. They have to get their food brought in, I'm pretty sure.
I will pick Woohoo Island from Wii Sports Resort. I feel like that's a pretty great place to live.
That's just like a regular island.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds pretty nice. Either that or Pokemon. Which region would you go to? If you could go to any region in Pokemon, where would you want to live? Like thinking of like the place to live, not necessarily like, oh, this one's going to have Well, I mean, Pokemon will make a difference, right?
Let me just probably
Are you looking up what the region is called?
Johto.
Yeah, okay, that's sad. You didn't even remember your favorite generation.
That's the one I thought, but I just wanted to make sure. Plus it has Shuckle, so that's all you need.
Yeah, I think Sinnoh would be pretty great. I like Sinnoh. It has a pretty good spectrum of like region places. There's the snowy zone and some nice beach property
Gotta have a good
areas.
old snowy zone.
Well, I'm just I'm just thinking of the different climates within travel distance in that region.
I don't remember what any of these regions actually look like. Plus, it has Bidoof, so that's a good one.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's got some good Pokemon there. Yeah, I think that's what I'd go with. Well, that's the random question for today. Micah, do you know what we're doing tonight?
We do multiple times a week.
Every episode of this podcast, we try to take over the world of Nintendo podcasts, and we do that through 5-star reviews. And we got a brand new 5-star review that we want to shout out on Apple Podcasts. Do you want to read this one off?
Sure. Okay.
It's 5 stars.
There's I don't see any title.
Yeah.
But
the title was Hello.
Oh, I see.
I like it. Yeah.
Titled Hello. It says, I'm Jackson. Could you do an episode on all the sports from Nintendo Switch Sports? Also, say your favorite sports from Nintendo Switch Sports. Mine is Chambara. I have Nintendo Switch Sports at home,
Chambara's
so I'd like
cool
to see an episode about it. Great podcast, by the way. Bye.
Thank you so much for the 5-star review. This is a man of class, I'd say, because Nintendo Switch Sports is great. I like Nintendo Switch Sports. This would be a fun episode topic. We'll maybe do it for a future pal topic, but we can answer the question. What's your favorite sport in Nintendo Switch Sports?
It might be golf.
I'm going to say golf as well.
I do like badminton and volleyball.
Yeah. I like the new golf. I think it's the best golf they've had.
They just need that Wii U gamepad set on the ground for the ball, and then it would be perfect.
Oh, then it would be perfect. That added so much immersion. I was like, oh man, the golf ball is here, and now it's on the screen. Whoa. Mind-boggling. I genuinely really like the golf in this game. Honorable mention to challenge bowling, I think is what it's called. The specialty bowling where it puts up all the obstacles and stuff. This is the best version. This is the best version of that's been in the series, where it randomly mixes those up. So every time you play, it's different.
But you know what game has better bowling? Super Monkey Ball 2.
Really?
Absolutely.
I haven't played Super Monkey Ball 2. At least that I remember. I probably have, because I do vaguely
might
remember.
Have played it at some point.
Yeah, I feel like I vaguely remember there being bowling in it.
And I remember it being fantastic, probably.
Probably holds up just phenomenally. Knowing Monkey Ball, I mean, what could go wrong? Okay, well, Jackson, thank you so much for the 5-star review and for bringing us up to 62 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts. Hey, Spotify is getting up there. Spotify is at, I think, 58 5-star reviews. So, which one's going to win? Which one's going to get to 100 first? Help push both over that 100 limit by leaving us a 5-star review. It helps us out immensely, helps people discover the show. And, you know, anybody coming in will go, do people like this show? And they'll see, 5-star reviews. They'll be like, Jackson likes this show. He wants him to talk about Nintendo Switch Sports. I like Nintendo Switch Sports. Then they'll come and they'll listen. Or they hate it and they'll come and they'll listen to bash on us. Hey, We enjoy hate listens just as much as non-hate listens. You just aren't allowed to leave 5-star reviews, hate listeners.
Well, they can still leave if it's a
Nope.
5-star review.
Oh,
so I'm
yes, yes.
okay.
If it's a 5-star review, and then you just bash us. This is the worst show ever.
We'll
5
still
stars.
read it.
Yep, we'll shout you out. 5 stars is all we accept. So thank you to everybody who has left us 5-star reviews and people who continue to leave us 5-star reviews. Again, I will shout out the reminder here that Audible is a place you could also leave 5-star reviews. Audible needs some love. So if anybody out there has an Audible account and, feels the urge to help us out, go leave us a 5-star review there. Okay, let's head to the first segment of our show, Micah. Let's talk what you playing. Micah, what have you been playing lately?
Well, I started playing some good old Link's Awakening.
Oh yeah, on the
Game Boy.
On NSO.
Mm-hmm. And it's pretty good. One of the bosses was just a fish, though. And it was the easiest fight I've ever had in my entire life on any game ever.
Have you played this game before? I thought you had.
I had not. Nope.
Oh.
First time. It just swam up and down and didn't even move at me. I just sat there in the water and swung my sword at it until it died in like 10 seconds. So I'm not sure what was up with that. Maybe I'm just super good at the game. But then I also accidentally sequence broke a different dungeon, and that was not a good time because then I was super lost and I got to some boss fight that I got locked into. But fortunately, I had that good old rewind and I was able to back my way outside of that door that locked.
Nice.
But besides that, it's been pretty good. I feel like some of the bosses are definitely easier than others.
They're going to just have that in Tears of the Kingdom. They've shown the rewind time. They're just like, well, let's just make it a feature.
They loved on NSO so much.
Yeah. Let's use it here. That's cool.
Yeah. Every once in a while, I would use the rewind, though, because I'm like, I wonder what's down that path I have to jump down, and I can't get back up. And I jumped down, and I was like, this just leads to a place I've already been. I just rewind back up on top.
So how do you feel about the game so far, and how far are you?
I finished it.
Oh, okay. So, can we get into some spoiler talk?
I suppose.
Spoilers for like a 30-year-old game, 20-something-year-old game.
It was all a dream.
Yeah,
Not even yours.
They pulled the classic. It was all a dream, but I mean, the twist is it wasn't your dream. So
Yep.
I haven't finished this game. I've played bits and pieces, but have not finished.
Finished it?
But I know the story. I know, that freaking windfish having a dream of an island and you're dying and you need to wake him up or you'll die.
I don't remember that.
Is that not what's happening? Fairly certain that was something you have to. Okay, well, maybe I'm, reading a misinformed wiki article.
Kind of spoiler alert. You do have to go to the library and read some books if you want to beat the game.
Why?
Because there's a secret in there. One of the books literally, I'm pretty sure, says secret, and you have to read it and know that knowledge in the final dungeon. I looked it up. I was like, I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing here. I'm not going to go read all these tutorial books. They're all things explaining how the map worked and the text speed, although not as bad as Ocarina of Time, isn't fantastic.
Okay. Well, there you go.
I guess besides that, I
and
played a little more.
You wake up the windfish, and then everybody was just a dream. All your friends.
Yep. Well, I didn't talk to people that much. I didn't get too friendly.
Oh.
So and then you're in the middle of the ocean, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
On some driftwood.
Yeah. Yep. What a time. What a time Link is having. That, what's funny is it's nearly an identical plot device to Phantom Hourglass. They do the same thing. It's it was all a dream, kind of. Well, it wasn't really a dream. It was a curse, but in real time, it was only 5 minutes. But
yeah, I actually don't remember.
You play the entire game. Yeah.
You just speed running essentially to everyone else.
You and Tetra were just trapped with that phantom hourglass, something like that. Linebeck didn't exist, but then he does. I don't know how it works. Anywho, Zelda plot, never get too invested in the whole timeline. You've been playing the other game you were playing. What was that?
Yeah, so played some Glyph indie
nice.
game. Still pretty fun. Finish it at some point.
Sick.
Yep. And then a few matches of good old Rocket League.
Got to go back to the classics. Yeah. I dip back constantly into Spelunky 2. The game that I can't seem to get the flying mount to the end with. He always dies before I get up there. Mount? Yes, I get the mount.
You get the mount and then it dies?
And then it dies.
Can fly at that point.
Can't fly, but then something doofusy happens off screen, blows up, and he somehow gets obliterated. I have lost him in the boss fight. He got hit, and I
was boss, but you just fly up right away, yo. You just leave.
You're right. You can do that, can't you?
Yes.
That makes me extra sad. Why was I fighting the boss? Well, now I know for future reference. I've gotten pretty good at the Onk skip, though.
Oh, nice. That was nice, but it's also annoying that you just have to have the right items.
Yeah.
Mostly the sticky bombs.
Yeah, I do the sticky bomb method. If I don't have sticky bombs, then I'm hosed. I don't get to do the Onk skip.
Yeah, you can also do it some other way if you have like 8 billion bombs and just like clear out everything. But that's worse. I've never done it that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Overall, a lot of fun. Let's see. So Spelunky 2. And then I've been playing more No Man's Sky. And I have the rover vehicle thing, and I finally figured out where I go to get upgrades for that. So it has a scanner on it now, and I'm driving around. And
you know what other game has a scanner?
Metroid Prime Remastered.
Yeah,
I do know that. Yeah, it's super fun. I just really enjoy the atmosphere of that game.
You know what other game has a really good atmosphere?
I know Metroid. I know Metroid Prime Remastered. I just
that's right. It's Metroid Prime Remastered.
Yeah, I am now fully convinced that you would love No Man's Sky. And you should probably get it at some point.
I just don't got time for it.
Yeah.
I know I would almost certainly enjoy that game, but I'd spend a lot of time playing it.
Yeah, that's story of my life, because I feel like I spend a lot of time in it, and I'm like, I didn't like accomplish too much, but it's just a good game to just kind of hang out while doing other stuff.
Yeah, so you know what game doesn't take that long to beat?
No, tell me what game.
It's Metroid Prime Remastered.
Oh, who could have guessed? Metroid Prime Remastered. What?
Remember I've been telling you to play Metroid Prime for like 77 years, and you're like, I just don't have the system. I would need a GameCube for that. It's super expensive.
Yeah.
Where are your excuses now?
Time. Money. I don't
want to spend money. That's a garbage reason.
That's not garbage reason.
You're playing through No Man's Sky.
It was a
lot of time.
It was a
gift. A lot of time.
Yeah, so I'm having fun with that one. That's really all I've been able to play this week. I played a little bit more of Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, but I don't think I'm going to continue in it. The fights are just too long. They're just so long. And I don't want to grind.
Maybe if you're better, they wouldn't be so long.
No, I'm doing the things perfectly. They just take forever. I'm like, all right, guys, I get it. I know the pattern. I know the pattern. I know how to dodge it. I know how to deal the damage. now we don't need to go for another 20 minutes on this. I feel like I get it. I think that the game must, like the series must get much better further on, because that kills it for me. It's so painfully long. But the rest of the game, I actually do enjoy the fight for, the first cycle. not like the 6 times after. And I'm sure, again, this is a problem of I need to level up, and then I'll do more damage, and these fights won't be as long. But I just don't want to grind. Like, that just isn't enjoyable to me in RPG games to grind up to get my level up.
Yeah.
One of the things I really like about the latest Pokemon game is that you can, like, just send your Pokemon out to auto battle. You only really have to worry about the important fights. That's nice. I feel like that's more my speed. And if you like doing the grind, you like being all in on the RPG, power to you. But it's just not this stage of life. I'm not into that so much.
Yeah, you describing how long those fights were and how painful it was really was giving me like flashbacks of Ocarina of Time when literally anyone tried to talk to me.
Really?
Yes.
Well, you're like, no, these take so long.
I see someone running up to me, going to deliver mail or something, and I would try to escape, but you never can.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's head to the next segment of our show, Micah. Let's talk some Nintendo news. Okay, there's actually a lot of news to cover this week, and that's because with the Direct last week, was that last week? Man, it already feels so long ago.
No idea.
Yeah, time is an illusion, and neither of us are paying attention. Yeah. We never reveal our tricks. So we have news to cover because a backup of news spilling over from pre-Direct. Anywho, let's jump into it. Micah, you can take this first one.
Yep, Nintendo has announced a 10% pay increase for all Japanese employees to drive long-term growth.
This is really cool. I think this is a really good move as a business. However, now that you're saying you're reading the article to me, because I put it in here, I was like, I'm so excited about this. This is super cool. Like, inflation has been about 10% over the past year or so. And I don't know if it's the same in Japan as it is stateside. It's basically like, hey, we're increasing pay to keep up with inflation. Which is good. Not every business does that, but maybe not as cool as I thought it was.
Still pretty cool.
Yeah. I'd like a 10% pay raise. That would be nice. But instead, what we get is a Toyota and Nintendo Ultimate Road Trip. That's right. They're announcing. They've announced a collaboration. They will be providing 500 Grand Highlander customers with a free Nintendo Switch OLED model and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with purchase of a vehicle.
It's a weird collaboration, right?
It is.
I'm not the only one.
It is
Who
weird.
thinks that?
And why? Okay, here's the thing.
Is that really going to change anyone's mind about what car they're going to buy?
No, it's not. It's only 500. Only 500 of them. And cars cost a brand new... I gotta look this up, actually. What does a brand new Grand Highlander cost? It's going to be expensive. It's going to be, like, crazy expensive.
Oh, but did you know they have up to 362 horsepower?
I can see all the specs on it, but I can't see the price. It's like, sign up for updates.
They say they expect it will start at around 45,000.
45,000. So how much is 350? of 45,000. Yeah, this is a drop in the bucket. This is dumb. It's so dumb. It's like it's like, hey, you know, you spent $100 on groceries today. Here's $1 back. Here you go, buddy.
Hey, I'd take $1 back.
I'm sure you would. I'm sure these 500 people are going to be very excited that they get a free Switch. But it's
I'm really excited for
so
the people
meaningless.
that are just like, what the heck is a Switch?
Oh, man. I think this is a dumb collaboration, but there is a cool car that they've made for it where people can sit in the back and play a Switch. They're going to drive around and people can like, hey, look, you can play this in the back of a car. Whoa. Hey, welcome to 2017. It's like the dumbest collaboration ever. Anywho,
Wow.
Take that, Toyota. Next news item.
The Super Nintendo World's Mario Kart attraction has been criticized for its waist size restrictions.
Yeah, buddy. This is insane.
Waist's got to be kind of small, apparently.
Did you see what
they say that is unsuitable for riders with waistlines over 40 inches. And then they go on to throw a little shade at Americans by saying this may prove to be an issue in the USA. No mention of any other place, just the USA.
Okay, I'm looking at average.
I believe the average for a man is 20 to 40.5 inches. Random guess off the top of my head. Potentially written in the notes, though.
Okay, and then I just looked it up. The average American woman's waist size is 38.7 inches. That's the average. So there is a huge amount of people that will not be able to ride this ride. And here's the thing. I'm thinking, like, is there like one of those signs out front? You know what I'm talking about? The sign that's like, you must be this tall to ride the ride. But it's like, it's width-wise, and you have to stand up against it.
It's just a stick figure cutout thing that you have to, like, be able to walk through.
Yeah, like a hole you have to be able to fit through. This is stupid. Absolutely stupid. I don't use strong language like stupid.
Yeah,
Universal.
If your children were there,
they'd be upset at me. Yeah, that's a bad word in our house. Universal, this is the absolute biggest L I have ever seen from an amusement park. How could you miss the mark? Okay, I would understand if this was a roller coaster and the cars are specifically designed to keep you in and keep you safe. This is a track ride. You move so slow. So slow. Huh? Why?
I mean, they've just been doing what airlines have done for decades. Making real small seats.
Yeah, but they're not saying you can't get on. Do they? Has that happened? I'm sure it has.
If you're big enough, you do have to buy 2 seats.
I mean, if you're that big, you're probably not traveling that much anyway, right? You're like, I'm just gonna stay home. But a 40 inches is not a large waist. Like that's a pretty normal, average size. You might say average sized waist. This is baffling to me. I cannot believe that this was overlooked and that they brought it to America in this state. I sincerely hope that it is different for when the Florida one opens up and that they get enough of a backlash. Food influencer Rocco Botti? I don't know how to pronounce this name.
Yeah, I was just waiting for you to read that because I had no idea.
On Twitter says, someone was like, I can't believe this. Is this like that they would do this for this ride? And he goes, well, this is a trend on all their recent rides. the vehicle for Secret Life of Pets ride is equally a torture device, and it makes no sense for a ride where you scoot at 1 miles per hour looking at a room of twitching robot dogs. he was
I mean,
he
the way
was
he describes it, you don't even want to be on that ride.
yeah. um this is from someone who is like an influencer that goes to the parks and experiences the food and the rides and reports on them, and was one of the first to report on this story. I don't know, man. I this just baffles me. I don't understand how this could be this way. Like, just if is it a lap restraint thing? Like, it comes down. Why not just not come down as far? or the buckle has a little loosening thing on it.
I don't think on this ride they're going to have those fancy restraints coming down over your head. I don't think it's that kind of ride.
I'm looking it up, man. I'm looking up a picture of what this ride looks like.
It's all part of their initiative to get people healthier. They want people to be like, "Oh man, I gotta diet first." And
it has
Nintendo Land bot on.
Yeah, it has a lap belt that comes down. That's it. Why wouldn't you be able to? I mean, it's pretty tight in there. That's what it looks like. It's pretty small. This way.
It's narrow.
But I just don't. Yeah. I was listening to a podcast where they were like, "Tell me your ride was designed in Japan without telling me your ride was designed in Japan." My sister, who I've talked about, who's guested on the show, it's been a long while, but has worked in the amusement park industry, said that similarly, the Tron roller coaster has had issues at Disney World and for similar problems. Again, a ride that was designed originally in Japan and is being brought over to the States. It's like, can you not modify it a little bit so that it fits your audience? Yeah, this is all part of Nintendo's plan to get us healthy. They're bringing back the.
It's like, well, you've been playing a while. You should take a break.
Yeah.
It's one step
you're
up from that.
You're too big to ride this ride. Why don't you check out Ring Fit Adventure?
Yeah, they'll just have Ring Fit Adventure for sale everywhere in the park.
So there's like two lines. There's the line to get onto the ride, and then if you fail the size check, they send you in a line that just sends you straight to a gift shop with Ring Fit Adventure and Wii Fit all over for sale. Man, it's just not cool. Not cool. Anywho, let's move on to the next news item. I've ranted enough about this one. Monster Hunter Stories 2 gets a permanent price drop to $39.99.
Pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
I like things being cheaper.
I like
probably
that
won't
we're
buy it anyways.
Experimenting with varied pricing on new titles.
I'm not super pumped about
this.
Tears of the Kingdom experimentation.
Right, yeah. But you're looking at those vouchers now, right? We were talking about this pre-show. You're like,
I do like physical usually, but all my game slots are full.
But money
in my Switch carrying case, and it's also $20 cheaper.
Also, we see Mute Dog present in chat. Love it. Thank you for being here, Mute Dog. Okay, next news item.
Yep, Alan Wake, which has had a terrible launch. Some might say a train wreck launch.
Yeah.
Well, there has been an update which apparently fixes some glaring performance issues, but it seems like the damage has already been done and the port has earned a terrible reputation.
Yeah. That's essentially
No Man's Sky Part 2.
I don't think so, because this is a port, not like a...
So it should be extra easy.
Yeah, it should be, shouldn't it? Man, I don't know what went wrong here. Alan Wake's just a really impressive popular game. Our buddy Seth did a whole video essay on this one, and just sad because it's he's like, it's one of my favorite games. So to see
a game had a really good port / remaster done to it recently. Metroid Prime.
No Man's Sky.
Metroid Prime Remastered.
That's true. Not a remaster.
People should play it. Fantastic.
Have you bought it?
Of course, I haven't bought it yet. I gotta get it physical. Am I more willing to get this physical than Tears of the Kingdom? You better believe it.
I mean, it is $40 physical, even, which is cool. It's $40. Like that's wild, and I hope that it sells crazy good because of that.
Yeah, I saw some review. Someone was like $40. Like it was like a legit review, and they're like $40 is too much for a game that's essentially just some like resolution upgrades and whatnot. And I'm just like, obviously, you have absolutely no idea what you're talking about because all of the assets are new. All of the assets are new.
Have you even seen any ports? They're all full price. What is it? What do they mean? $40 is too much. What do they want? 10? Like what?
It was wild to me.
Show me a port that does that.
I'm just saying, Skyrim. Skyrim has been re-released 7 times at least, full price every time, probably. I mean,
they probably didn't like that either.
DLC and stuff, but
it's funny.
But yeah, that just blew my mind.
We're really smacking on this unnamed reviewer, whoever they are.
I didn't read that long. Actually, I read the whole thing because I was waiting for them to redeem themselves, and they didn't.
Well, speaking of smacking on a reviewer, let's talk about a smacked on website that I can't stand. Bloomberg. Ugh.
I was like, Kotaku?
No, Kotaku's worse for sure. But Bloomberg's not much better, in my opinion. Thanks to those overhyped Switch Pro rumors, Bloomberg, I will never trust you ever again. However, they did report on something that is pretty noteworthy and easily trackable as stuff that's actually going on. Saudi Arabia's sovereign wealth fund now they've raised their stake and now own 8.3% of Nintendo. According to a filing, building up a position that stood just above 6% at the start of the year. And now they're at 8.3. That puts them ahead of Japan's government pension investment fund.
Which just seems kind of weird.
And behind only Nintendo's own holding, according to data compiled by Bloomberg. Bly Bloomberg. I don't like it, Micah. What's happening here?
Well, they're obviously just like Nintendo's doing pretty good.
Why is Saudi Arabia coming in and trying to like become one of the biggest shareholders?
Maybe they know something. They've seen some got a little bug zap back there.
Yeah,
they've seen some sneak peeks of the Metroid Prime 4, and they're like, "This is going to be the best game ever made."
They're doing it just for Metroid Prime 4.
We got to get a piece of this.
Yeah, this concerns me, and I don't like it. I don't like that this is possible to do. And I hope that we're not going to see a hostile takeover of the company. I don't think that is possible.
I was like, I don't know how hostile takeovers work, but Nintendo has 51%, right? Doesn't that make it impossible?
Does Nintendo have 51%?
I have no idea.
I don't know how any of these actually work. I just know that they're throwing scary numbers out there.
I just assumed Nintendo had over 50%, but who knows?
Yeah. Nintendo, don't be letting no government come in and buy out the company. That's not good. That's not good. Nope. Anywho, next news item. I don't have anything else to say about it. It's just that I'm concerned, and we'll keep our eyes on it.
Yeah, speaking of not having anything else to say about it, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet has released details about the upcoming patch.
Yeah, and
those are not in the notes. That's the part where I said nothing else to say about it. You see how that connects now?
Yeah, I see how it connects.
I thought that was pretty good.
Straight jab.
I thought it was pretty good. And I don't have to feel bad because I literally took a break from packing like 10 minutes before we started. So I didn't have time to do the notes.
All right. Here you go, Micah. Additional functionality will be added for Pokemon boxes. From a Pokemon summary, players will be able to change the Pokemon's nickname, markings, held item, and mark or ribbon related titles, as well as being able to reorder moves, have the Pokemon remember moves, have the Pokemon forget moves, and use TMs. Pretty stellar customization from the box menu. Next, players will be able to swap out held items by pressing the Y button when in the held items view. That's very helpful. I have wanted that as a feature because I was like, I don't know what my Pokemon are holding and which ones can hold this thing. You have to. It's kind of convoluted.
I always just make sure my Pokemon aren't holding anything when they go to the box.
Players will be able to select all boxes while moving Pokemon or items in the party and boxes view and held items view. And when in the battle team view, which I don't know what this is, Pokemon in your boxes that are assigned to a battle team will now have their icons displayed in a darker hue if those Pokemon are members of the battle team that is currently being displayed. I don't know what that is. Is that like you can swap out teams based off battle teams? I'm not into the. I'm not.
I have no idea.
Into the box organization.
I have no idea.
Apparently.
But that is pretty cool that you can like change the nicknames from the box now. Because ever since I read the Pokédex entry for Braviary, being for the sake of its friends, the brave warrior of the sky will not stop battling even if injured. I've wanted to name it Ike.
Oh yeah, that's a good. That's good.
And I just didn't want to go through the effort to like pull it out of the boxes to give it a nickname.
Oh,
but now
so
it's
good.
that easy. I can.
That's Ike can. Another update. The news screen will be displayed when you connect to the internet from the main menu, just as it is when connecting to the internet from the Poke Portal. I don't know what that is.
I don't even know. They're talking about this news screen.
Yeah, I've
never seen that.
Bug fixes. There's some bug fixes for Terror Raid battles. HP not showing properly. A bug that causes all Pokemon on your side to faint at once, despite their HP gauges indicating that they still have HP.
That's a fun little bug.
Bug that causes communication error when connecting to Terror Raid battles. Sees a different Pokemon displayed on their screen than what the host sees. There's those battles. Type matchups against Pokemon that have fainted will no longer appear when selecting a move or target during double battles.
Oh yeah.
It's just kind of a visual bug. You couldn't attack him, I think. A Zoroark that has terastallized and is disguised as another Pokemon via its illusion ability can be identified as a Zoroark by using the check target option. This is a bug and will be fixed. No. I like that.
Yeah.
You could look at them and you could see that they didn't have a name above their head. Yeah. No, don't fix that. That's good. That's helpful.
Although, I don't know if it was real, but I saw a clip of a Zorua who was apparently disguised as just a Zorua. I hate saying that Pokemon's name.
Yeah.
But, so apparently they can just disguise themselves as themselves. But yeah, I like that. I think, can you tell by looking at a Ditto's eyes if they are a Ditto?
Not in this game.
Disappointing.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome.
They do act different. I think they don't attack. They're typically non-aggressive. The stats of a Dondozo with a Tatsugiri in its mouth will increase when Dondozo uses Order Up, even when the move should have been negated. This is a bug and will be fixed. Oh man, these are nerfs. These aren't bug fixes. If Pokemon Terastallizes using Pokemon Faints, the effects of the Decimon will fail to activate. Oh, that is actually that should be fixed. That would be terrible. The Destiny Bond will fail to activate if they're terastallized, essentially. There's a whole bunch of other bug fixes.
I don't even know what that means.
Objects such as as Pokeballs may be displayed in certain locations of the field unintentionally. Passerby will no longer be displayed during certain battles that take place in towns during the main story. Oh, boo!
So you see people walking in the
Yeah,
background while you
that boo.
Lame.
Other select
Of
bug
all
reasons.
the bugs to fix and whatnot, why that one?
Yeah.
There's
Basically,
so many real problems you could have fixed.
they they fixed the best ones, man. Those are the good stuff. Anywho, there's a bunch of bug fixes coming. End of February. Fun times. And that's all we got for the news, right? Right? Am I crazy? No, I'm not crazy. Let's move over to the next segment of our show.
Kind of, potentially.
What? I'm crazy?
Yeah.
What news? What did I miss?
Oh,
What?
no, I just think you're crazy.
Oh.
That's it.
To the rumor mill.
Just another classic burn by me.
In the rumor mill today, we send the rumor Pikmin out, and they bring us back the rumors. And they brought us back a rumor that Mike and I both slapped away and said, no, we don't want to see that. But we're going to tell you about it. Tears of the Kingdom.
Stuff.
Okay. Somebody has obtained a copy of the Tears of the Kingdom art book for the special edition, and they have uploaded a few pictures. And these pictures may contain spoilers. Things to do with animals, enemies, outfits, etc. This comes from our very own resident expert, our uncle that works at Nintendo, Monkey Thunder himself. So I'm not going to look at these because I don't want that stuff spoiled. But you know what I do want? The art book. But I can't get a special edition anywhere because they're sold out everywhere.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, it's super lame. They sold out instantly on every site. Also, this is probably one of the lamest special editions ever. I'm just throwing that out there. Like, yeah, the original Breath of the Wild special edition had some really cool stuff in it. This has some cool stuff, but it costs...
It's like a pin set, right?
Yeah, a pin set.
Does it cost $10 more?
It costs more. And besides the pin set, all you get is the art book, I think. I don't think there's anything else. A poster.
Right.
A poster. There's a poster as well.
But if it only costs $10 more than the Breath of the Wild one, then that makes sense since the game costs more.
Let's see here. Breath of the Wild Special Edition. I believe at launch was $100, and this is $130.
Oh, it comes with a steel case and this extra big box. Kind of cool. Everyone loves extra big boxes.
Which one are you talking about? The Breath of the Wild one?
No, Tears of the Kingdom.
Okay, so the Breath of the Wild one came with a Sheikah carrying case, a poster, an extra big box, a CD,
an extra big box too,
and a Master Sword statue.
But did it have an art book?
I don't think it did.
Or a pin set?
Or a pin set.
Did it have a
it had a pin.
A pin set or a pin?
A pin.
There's a difference.
Just one.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know how many there are in here.
I mean,
like 5,
but the statue is pretty dang cool.
Look how cool this steelbook is.
Yeah. I want this still, but I think
it doesn't seem like a lot.
Not as good as the first game was. And there's some other, like, those things are like pre-order bonuses more than like a special edition. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's not a pin. It's a coin, a Sheikah coin.
Oh,
there's a difference.
There is a difference. It looked like a pin in the picture.
I mean, it's not that big of a difference.
Well, one can be pinned and the other one can't.
Yeah,
It lacks significant functionality to a pin.
This one doesn't show the fancy statue.
Anywho, that's what I'm gonna. But if you pre-order the game through GameStop, you do get a wood plaque.
It's kind of cool.
It is kind of cool.
But is it worth $10?
I was listening to our buddy Sean Capri over the Nintendo Drive, and he smacked on this hardcore. He was like, "That's so lame," and it was so funny because Seth was like, "Then don't get it." It's like really deflated the air out of his balloon, I think. And yeah, I was like, listen, if you don't like the pre-order bonus, you don't have to. You could order it from GameStop and then refuse it. Be like, I don't want that pre-order bonus, just to spite them. I think it's cool looking. I think it's neat. It's wood. It's unique. I've never seen a wood plaque given as a pre-order bonus.
Yeah, but a little clarification about the Breath of the Wild special edition. The special edition didn't come with the sword. There's apparently a master edition, and that's like $1,700 or something.
Yeah. I was talking about the master edition. Will there be a different? Oh, well, maybe there will be a different edition that will be even more.
Amazon is selling it for $1,700. It has to be someone else selling this for $1,700. So you're paying it $1,600 for that sword statue.
Wow.
Wild.
Yeah. So where were we going with this? Oh, that's the rumor. Tears of the Kingdom leaks. They're out there. Be warned.
Yep.
Next one. Is it your turn or my turn? It's your turn.
You said Tears of the Kingdom, but then I said stuff. So it was like a tag team. So now it's your turn again.
Oh, okay. Looks like we have another case of Nintendo holding games until they want to release them. It looks like Metroid Prime Remaster was rated in July of 2021. Gasp?
But does that mean anything?
It means it was probably done and ready to go in July of 2021.
I mean, when do things get they're rated? Is it when they're done, or is that done before like testing? Maybe they're just like it's literally this game, but with newer assets.
Well, it has to be like a certain completion point, right? Because to get it rated.
Who knows? I mean, like mostly completed, but you got to do some bug testing and whatnot.
Yeah.
Put through its paces.
Yeah, that's true. So maybe it's pre.
I wouldn't think that would take like 2 years.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe they're just like, this is essentially a Metroid Prime, which has been rated already. It just looks better.
Okay, and then this last rumor didn't make it into the notes, but there is a rumor going around because a disclaimer was removed from Pokemon Stadium.
Yeah.
So let's see here. I'm looking for the actual. Okay, previously the title always featured a disclaimer that you couldn't transfer Pokemon from the other games, aka GBA Gen 1 games, to use in Stadium. But now that disclaimer is conspicuously absent. It's gone. Leading many to speculate that Pokemon for the Game Boy is coming to NSO and will be available as a thing you can do you can like transfer between them. Listen,
I don't know about that.
If I know Pokemon, no way. Listen, Pokemon it changes up how they transfer their Pokemon like every generation. We've only gotten like somewhat consistent recently. And you have to pay extra for that service. You have to pay extra for Pokemon. It's Pokemon Home now, right? That's what it's called.
I think so, yeah.
They're not just gonna provide that. No way. But maybe.
No way. But maybe.
I'm not saying I wouldn't love that and I wouldn't be super cool. But you know what I'm more excited about? The potential of Pokemon games coming to GBA. because I don't think Pokemon Original holds up that great. And I think the GBA games hold up fantastically. So having access to Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, Leaf Green, that's pretty good. That's pretty cool.
I guess that'd be all right.
Yeah. Okay. You have nothing to say about this. I agree. And you know what? That's all we got in the rumor mill. So, what do you say we close out this episode? Yeah?
Let's do it.
Alrighty. Micah, where can people find you on the interwebs?
You can find me at Micah Prime at Twitch and YouTube.
Yes. On temporary hiatus, because you are in the middle of moving.
And eventually I'll put my Metro Dread video on there.
Yeah.
I haven't, I guess. I thought I had at some point.
Oh, it's not up? Does your channel not have anything on it?
It has like 2 things. I don't know what they are.
Nice.
I don't know if my YouTube actually has anything.
Well, if you want an active YouTube channel, check out Andross1, youtube.com/Andross1. I'm sorry to give you grief, Micah. No, Micah's...
But for real, though, I should have a little disclaimer. There's nothing here yet.
Under construction. You are in the middle of a move, so it's understandable. I, however, am posting videos out there almost every day. Every weekday is a new short. Every 2 weeks, a new video over on the Andross1 YouTube channel. And then, of course, you can follow me on Twitch as well. I am Andross1 on all the platforms. TikTok, posting shorts over there as well. Yeah. Hey, please give my TikTok channel some love. I am an old man that doesn't know how to use TikTok, so the more followers I can get, the better. More helpful for me. What else? You can follow the show as well. The show has a YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/NintendoPals. And we're posting 2 episodes per week over there, along with React content, like the latest Nintendo Direct, which we haven't posted yet. It'll get up there soon-ish. And other news-related stuff. But yeah, 2 episodes a week going up there on our YouTube channel. You can follow the show on any podcast listening app. We are on all of them. And if we're not on the one you like, let me know. I'll put us on there. I'll get us there. That's the power of taking over the world. That's the power of the Nintendo Pals. And with that, why did I say that so weird?
Yeah, that was
Pals. That's Nintendo Pals. With that, we got to give a shout out to the wonderful Roger Pollard, who made our logo and our intro theme music. If you want to check out more of his stuff, we have links to that in the description of the episode. He does commission work. Hey, you need music? You need cool logos? You need talent? Raw, pure talent? Contact our buddy. He's great. Great guy. Speaking of raw talent, patreon.com/NintendoPals, where for as little as $3 a month, you can be featured in the greatest Patreon shout-out on the internet, the Patreon Poke Rap, where raw talent, being me and Micah, rap your name in the shout-out, and that is how we close out the episode each and every week. Let's close it out with that now. We gotta rap some Patreon.
You just do the singing. I'll take care of the hard part.
Let's get it on.
We want to be the best that ever was, and shout out our pals over on Patreon.
LPD, Rizzle, Retrologic Day, U-Dog Gamer, Schlim, Tor, Spanish, and Solo Something, Brian, Little Miss 7, and Cosmic.
Catch 'em, gotta catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all, Patreon.
K9 Katina, Third Strongest Move, Tim the Nintendo Daddle, and Seth Sturgis, Monkey Thunder, Purple Biola, Dat Fast John, and Lava Plays 2.
Gotta catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all.
Yeah.
Gotta catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all.
Yeah.
Gotta catch 'em all, Patreon. Let's get 150 or more, yeah, please, to be a Patreon.
y'all so much for listening to this fantastic episode. We will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.